Hi. Okay, so we're waiting until 2 o'clock to begin. And it's just as well because at the moment there's no viewers. And so for those of you who will see the replay, just make yourself comfortable for now. There's still 4 minutes to go. And so just find a place that feels comfortable to you. You can be seated, you can be lying down, you can be standing, you can move between exercises and activities in the session. So just make yourself comfortable. Also, it is quite hot. I don't know how the weather is with you now, but at the moment it's quite hot here. Make sure you have a water bottle by your side or a glass of water and sip on it anytime that you wish. And you can already start using this time now, 3 minutes to go, to start clearing your mind and to start setting an intent for this session. I was going to continue the series on the chakras, but as I suggested last time that I might not do that, in fact, I'm going to do a session on peace today, on bringing peace to yourself. So the chakras will resume next week. And in the meantime, you can already just start thinking about peace, what it means to you, and setting the intent for this session, really. Already you can start clearing out your mind, removing the thoughts that have nothing to do with this session. Already your body can relax. And you can also already shut your eyes if you wish to, taking a few deep, slow breaths. Already relaxing. Already letting go of tension. One minute before we start. Making yourself comfortable before we start. Okay, let's start now. So, hi everybody. Thank you for joining. Like I said earlier, we are going to do a session on peace today, and we will resume the chakras next week, the series on the chakras. And so I sent my monthly tarot on the 1st of August, and it was all about peace and connecting with the peace vibe. So that's why today we are doing a session on peace. And so, just a reminder that this is a session for you, and it is a session to help you relax. So, anything that feels stressful to you, do not do it, sit it out, or do something else instead. And then resume with the next activity after that the activity creating you stress finishes. I tend to ask first if anyone has a particular stress about something that we do. And also, I tend to explain before each activity what it is that we are going to do. So then you can be aware of what could potentially create you stress and what you can sit out, and then what you can actually do. Also, remember that nothing needs to be perfect with this. Meditation, it's a journey. And every second that you spend focusing and meditating is like a huge, huge relief for your whole system. Everything's related within our being, our mind, our body, our spirit. In our body, everything is related as well. And same in our mind. So that means that when you're working on something, when you are putting positivity somewhere, you actually affect every aspect of your being and every aspect of your life. So then on top of this, we've got the Reiki that helps even further. So in the first few minutes, what we're going to do is, as usual, we are going to focus on a gratitude, something that felt good to you this week, something that someone did for you, or something that you enjoyed doing, something good that happened to you or that life brought to you, something that made you feel good, something that made you feel cozy inside, something that brought a smile to your face, something that made you laugh. Positivity, something positive that happened. And then also, if you wish to, you can put a specific intent for your healing. So you can think about what Reiki can help you with, whether it be something physical, a problem with your health, whether it be mental, something to do with stress, something to do with emotions, something to do with experiences that you are going through at the moment in life, something to do with a project or a relationship or even your household. Reiki is positive energy. So, whatever it is that you feel you want to inject positivity to in your life, you can put out as an intent today. And so now I'm going to leave you for 2 minutes in peace and quiet. And so if you can think about a gratitude, at least one, and the intent if you want to put one out there. So to begin, you can close your eyes if they are not shut yet. And then taking a deep breath in now. And then out. And then thinking of a gratitude and an intent for your healing. Okay, now we are going to be moving on to the first activity, which is our breathing focus. And just a reminder about this that it may feel repetitive because we are doing this activity every time, but it is one of the foundations of meditation. So it is important to really be confident with it and to go back to it on a regular basis. Also, meditation is not the quality of the exercise, the benefits that you can get is not from the variety and the differences between exercises and activities and sessions, but it is in the quality of the focus that you build. It's like a muscle. The stronger it gets, the better it is, the most benefits you get. And that is why it's really important sometimes to just do the same thing and focus on the same thing. Because ideally, we would always be mindful throughout our whole day. We would only have one thought in our head, which would be the thoughts about what it is that we are doing at the time. We would be fully embracing the present and never thinking about the future or the past. we would be experiencing each moment with all our senses. But we cannot get there. First of all, in one lifetime, it's very rare for anyone to manage to get there. I don't even think it's possible myself. But mostly, what's important is to try and create that focus away from the stress, away from the processing of so many thoughts at the same time, and onto the one thing. And the one thing you always have with you, the one thing you can always go back to at any time in your day is your breath. And just bearing in mind that sometimes people will think and focus on that tiny little bit under the nose and the air passing through and feeling the air there for like 2 hours. So focusing on our breath is not so bad. And just to remind you that I do have cats in my room, so if you hear noise or if you see the tail or an ear of a cat going through the screen, it's normal, okay? Okay, so if your eyes are open, you can now shut them. If they are shut, you're fine. And then taking a deep breath to begin. Not changing your breath in any way, but just keeping on breathing as normal. And little by little, you can now start switching your thoughts off in your mind, one by one. Right now, and for this whole hour, you don't need to think about the future. You don't need to think about the past. You don't need to think about anybody. Only you, now, here. And so little by little, you can flick switches and switch off every other thought. And once your mind is starting to get lighter and clearer, now you can start focusing on your breath. Focusing on your breath as if you had never seen it before, as if it was the first time you noticed it, and as if you were the most curious creature in the world, wanting to investigate it, wanting to discover it, wanting to experience it through every one of the senses that you can use. And so really zooming your whole attention onto it. And as you start focusing on the one thing, everything else can switch off. Nothing matters anymore but your breath. Relaxing deeper and deeper. Letting go of every other thought. Letting your breath flow as usual. Noticing its sounds, its sensations as the air goes through you. And relaxing more and more as your thinking process is getting simpler. as you are minimalizing the thoughts in your mind, making your mind a clear space. And relaxing more and more as you are going through this process. Breathing in and out. Feeling the air flowing in on an inhale, going through your nostrils, feeling the sensations there. Not thinking about to-do lists and what you need to cook tonight or what you need to do tomorrow. Focusing on your nostrils, focusing on the air going through there. Noticing the air going through your nose, going down to the back of your throat, through your windpipes, into your lungs, and your body expanding as this happens. And then back out, and your body retracting as you exhale. Relaxing more and more. Feeling soothed by the gentle rhythm of your breath. Now, if you were to think about your breath, and then imagining that on an inhale, you are bringing yourself peace, and on an exhale, you are letting go of tension, pain, and stress. I'm going to ask you now to just take a minute to focus on the vibration of peace, on the sensation that it brings to us, on if you were to be able to feel what peace feels like, what would it feel like? And then knowing that you are bringing this to yourself. Knowing that on an inhale, you're bringing yourself peace. And on an exhale, you're letting go of everything that stops you from feeling peaceful inside. Some people may connect with the vibe and just know and feel that peace is coming in. Some people might see colors coming in, and that's fine too. Some people might think of memories or images that come to mind, and they may feel the vibe of those as they breathe in. Some people might just know that they are connecting with the peace vibration and that they are letting it in on an inhale and releasing anything you no longer want or need that stops you from feeling peaceful inside on an exhale. Every time you are breathing in, you're bringing yourself peace. The air is carrying it in to expand in your whole body, in your whole being, in your mind, in your heart. On an exhale, you are letting go of everything that stops you from feeling peaceful inside. Stress, anxiety, fears can just leave your whole system. Sometimes, if you wish to, you can take a longer, deeper breath to really feel how you are absorbing this positive vibe of peace. And then you can exhale much longer and deeper also, so that you are really becoming aware of how much you're letting go of. But do not do that the whole session, only occasionally throughout the session. Otherwise, you can create imbalances in your energies. And so on an inhale, you are still bringing peace to yourself. And on an exhale, you are letting go of anything you no longer need or want that stops you from feeling peaceful. Spending just one more moment there. And then when you are ready, you can take a deep breath to finish and open your eyes again. You can have a sip of water if you would like. You can readjust your position if it's hurting. And let me just explain to you what we are going to do next. We are going to do more of what we've just done, actually. Not the breathing, but the connecting with the peace vibe. So we are going to connect with whatever it is that it feels like to feel peaceful inside. And I'm going to guide you through focusing on anything that makes sense to you that connects with peace and learning to connect with the energy of the word, with the energy of the feeling or the sensation. So that's what we're going to do now. And so when you're ready, you can make yourself comfortable again. And then you can take a deep breath in and out and close your eyes. And now you can start to switch off the thoughts again in your mind and start focusing on the word peace. I'm going to invite you for the next 10 minutes or so, a bit less now, to focus on what peace feels like to you. And so, first of all, if I say the word peace, what is it that comes to mind? What are the thoughts, the memories, the images, the events, maybe even, that come to mind? Now, if you were to think of a peaceful image, any image that can come to your mind, it can be a landscape, it can be a person's attitude, it can be an object, it can be anything. What comes to mind if I say the word peace? Now, these thoughts that came to your mind, how do they feel like in your heart? What does it feel like in your heart while you are thinking these thoughts that are linked to the word peace? I know it's not easy sometimes. We can't even have thoughts coming up, leave alone thinking about how your heart feels. But try, because you see, your mind has energy of its own. And so, what you are doing right now, even if you're not connecting, even if you think you're not connecting, is that you're linking up the word peace, the concept of peace, with your mind and your heart. Now, however it is your heart feels about the word peace and about the thoughts that came linked to the word peace, is the vibration, is what the vibration of peace feels like. And so now I am going to invite you to spread from your heart this sensation of peace across your whole body and your mind. Don't worry about how to do this. If you're worrying about how to do it, you are already doing it, because all you need to do is to think it. Actually, all you need to do is to hear me saying it. and it already starts happening. And so all you need to do now is to witness this beautiful vibration of peace spreading from the word peace to your mind, to your heart, and then across your whole being. Just relaxing there and letting peace take you over. The softness of it, the kindness of it, the gentleness of it, spreading across your whole body and your whole mind, your whole being. Your whole system right now is catching a break, being filled by this amazing wave of peace. Every muscle in your being is relaxing now. Every cell in your brain is relaxing now. Because you are powerfully connected to peace. And now, as we are going to move away from this meditation to move on to the mudra, know that anytime you can go back to this sense of peace. You just need to think of the word peace and it will come to you. And in the meantime, I'm going to welcome you back into your space. If you would like now to take a deep breath to finish and to open your eyes again just so that you can see what the mudra is. Right, so the mudra for this week is about bringing serenity to ourselves. And it's about bringing flow of energy through our whole system. Because when things flow, your whole system catches a break. Your whole system becomes at peace because it becomes harmonious and things are not so hard for it anymore. So for now, I'm just going to show you the hand movement, the hand position. And I believe we've done it before. It's called the Vyana Mudra. And so it's the index middle finger that rests on the nail of the thumb on the sides, if you can see. And then the other two just stay straight. It's not always easy to do, and I'm struggling a bit with my left hand actually. which is weird because I'm actually left-handed, so you'd think it would be my easier hand. But here, so this is the position. And then I'm going to show you where to put your hands, which is basically, if you're seated like me, then it's on your lap, whether you're in legs crossed or not. So you put your fingers on your thumbs. I will show you again, don't worry. Extending your fingers. Remember that to try and keep your wrists straight, not like this, not like that. And then on your legs. So if your legs straight, on your legs. If your legs crossed, it's more where your knees are. If you're lying down, it can be at the side of you, okay? I will stay in this position, but I am still going to just show you again. So it's like this. I'm going to show you again on the side so you can see. So your hand, your thumb, putting your index finger, your middle finger at the nail of the thumb, applying slight pressure, not pressing too hard, you don't want to hurt yourself, but to know that you're connected. And your other two fingers straight, and then putting them on your lap. Move this a little bit so you can see it better. That's it. And as you can see already, my fingers were starting to curl in. So it's just sometimes, occasionally, remember to keep your fingers in check so that they're still holding the posture. And so, like I've explained, it's about bringing flow back to your whole system, flow back of energy, and helping to reduce anxiety, bringing serenity in your whole being. And so now, if you would like to take a deep breath to begin, making sure you have put your hands in the right position, and then closing your eyes. And for now, focusing on the sensations that you are feeling or may be feeling at your hands. Again, there's no wrong way to do this. And if you don't feel anything, it doesn't mean that nothing's happening. Okay? And if you feel anything, stay with that. Focus on that. You don't need to change your breath in any way. You can just keep breathing as normal, relaxing there, but keeping your hands dynamic so that you can hold the position. And starting to notice what's happening with your hands. Keep your eyes closed and keep focusing on your hands and the sensations there. For the people who are a bit confused about the hand position, I am going to show from up close again how my hands are. And I don't know about you, but right now I am feeling pulsing where my fingers are touching. But I'm starting to feel energy through my hands and up my arms. With Mudras, so many things happen, and right now I can feel my head relaxing as well. My mind getting clearer. They act on energy, they act on the hormones, they act on everything. Can you feel this strong sense of peace inside of you? Remember to apply a slight pressure between your fingers, not to the point where it would hurt, just before that. And remember to keep them in check so that they keep in the posture. And keeping on relaxing there. Welcoming this flow of energy that is rebalancing your whole system. Maybe you can feel this flow of energy, and maybe you can feel it in your whole body by now. Maybe you can feel it in your mind. This is quite a powerful one. I'm going to invite you now to release your hands and to move your fingers about to release the tension. To bring your hands back down towards the ground. And to relax here for just a few seconds. Now we are going to move straight into the next meditation. First of all, there's a message on the live chat from Magali that says that about the last activity, focusing on the word peace. She says that the word is helping her to feel full and limitless. That's beautiful. And hi, Anna. There's a message from Anna saying, I am grateful for knowing you are here every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Thank you. Sending healing to those who make our lives hell due to their mental illness. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you being there, the positive feedback that you send me all the time, the support that you've given me. And yeah, I'm really glad. And thank you also for the last part of your message. So now we're going to move on to a different meditation, another one still linked with peace. And so I was looking up the word because I wasn't sure what exactly it's called. So in my meditation, I am going to call it a dot. But I'm talking about the when you see those images that inspire meditation, relaxation, peace, calm. There's always that wooden deck that goes into a lake, and you can get to the edge of it and you are almost like in the middle of the lake, but it is dry because it's above the surface of the lake. I looked it up and I saw that someone was calling it a dock, so this is what I'm going to call it. So when I say dock, that's what I'm talking about. And so this meditation is going to take place on a lake, but you're going to be safe and dry because you're going to be on the dock, on a wooden dock. So if your eyes are open, I am going to invite you now to shut them and to take a deep breath to begin. And now I would like you to imagine a dock going into a lake. A lake that is big but not too big, that you can see the end of. Almost like a big pond. But there is nothing in the lake. There is no boat, there's no person. You are alone. This is your space and this is your time. It can be any time of the day that you want it to be, thinking about the colors on the sky. Do you want it to be first thing in the morning, middle of the day, end of the day, at sunset? You can design this for yourself. It has been raining, but it stopped. Everything is dry now, but you can still sense the humidity from the rain. It feels warm, but it's not too hot. It's just right to feel so comfortable. And now you can start walking on the dock and little by little, getting deeper and deeper towards the center of the lake. As you do so, you're starting to notice the colors from the sky reflecting in the water. It feels so peaceful. No disruption in the water, no noise anywhere. Sometimes a bird singing, sometimes a butterfly or a dragonfly flapping by or fluttering by. And so gently you keep walking on the dock until you get to the middle of the water, the end of the dock. And you can then sit down there. You can decide that there is a bench there and you can sit on the bench, or you can decide that you can sit on the floor, on the wood, or you can even decide that you're sitting on the wood with your legs hanging into the water so that your feet are in the water. You can take the time to feel with all your senses that place that you are just getting to now. The smells, what your eyes are capturing, the sensations of your body, especially if you are putting your feet in the water. Knowing that this is your time and no one can disturb you there. Sometimes you can hear a bit of a splashing noise in the water because a fish just jumped in and out, or rather out and in. And you can completely relax there in that place. You can let go of your mind. You can let go of everything. And you can just enjoy the place. There's no need to do anything, but just be there. Absorbing the smells, smelling the humidity of the rain that has passed. I am sure from where you are, you can still smell the soil that has been wet by the rain. Even though the soil is all the way back there on the other side of the dock, still, I am sure you can smell it from where you are. And water also always has a smell. This one has a nice fresh smell to it. At any time, you can decide to put your hand in the water also and to connect with the water element, to feel the peaceful sensations of it on your hand. Or you can just watch it, enjoying its perfect surface without disruption. Hearing here and there a drop of water from the rain that passed, dropping into the lake. A dragonfly comes and lands right next to you. The beauty of its wings, the iridescent reflections on its wings. And that dragonfly just stays there for some time, enjoying your presence and enjoying the calm and the peace with you. And then it flies away again. As you stay here in the stillness of this moment, enjoying the colors of the sky reflecting on the water still. Enjoying the beauty of that place. Now I'm going to invite you to come away from that place, standing up now and walking back the dock, all the way back, until your feet reach firm ground. And then when you are ready, I am going to invite you to keep your eyes shut, but to take a deep breath to finish this meditation, knowing that at any time you can go back to that place. First of all, you can always go back to this meditation on YouTube, but also you can take yourself there anytime. All you need to do is to close your eyes and to see yourself there. And so in the meantime now, if you would like to start rubbing your hands together, we're going to finish our session with our love meditation as usual. As fast as you can to really create a lot of friction. And then applying your hands in the middle of your chest, where your heart chakra resides. I know you probably don't feel like even keeping your hands up right now with the last meditation. But I'm still going to challenge you and invite you to do this now. And I'm just going to ask you to stay there. You don't need to think of anything. But it's important that you start coming back to your life now, because otherwise your mind is going to be floating for the rest of the day, and we don't want that. Also keeping your hands on your heart right now and resting like this. No need to think of anything. And then bringing your hands back down. Staying there with your eyes shut a little bit longer. Starting to think about the space where you are now. Starting to move your hands and your toes and your feet. Starting to shift your arms and your legs. Moving your head a bit. Giving yourself a big stretch. Opening your eyes now. And thinking now, coming back now into your life, thinking about what you're going to be doing for the rest of the day. Okay. Thank you for joining this session. I'm really glad you made it. And so I'll see you again next week, Wednesday, 2 o'clock. I hope we should continue with the chakras. And have a wonderful week until then. And thank you for all the lovely messages. All right. Bye.